What's going guys, it's Easy. Welcome to my channel. So let's talk about Druid. I already given you guys my honest opinion regarding the class after playing 30 hours. The video is already out, and also I will be sharing a couple more builds that I actually enjoyed with Druid. However, Druid class itself is quite underwhelming. It doesn't have damage output. The skills are somewhat clunky, especially when you are switching from transformation, where whether you are doing it for bear form or werewolf. And also there are a lot of bugs that the class has right now. You would end up not able to attack, move. You are pretty much freeze on a locked location, so you really can't move anything or do anything. So yeah, that bug has been reported as well. I think I did that, also Indus did it, and a couple other guys has also reported those bugs. Anyways, in this video I'm going to check the community feed, what they are feeling. So here is one post here. Then we are also going to get into the community manager, what they has to say. So the post is here from OK Recover 901. So about the Druid, the person said, I was really eager to try and play Druid class in Diablo Immortal. I thought it would be a good class to dish out damage, be versatile in ways of playing. Turned out is quite the opposite. Allow me to explain. Underwhelming DPS versus single target. Amount of pushing buttons and managing primal power versus normal is aggravating. Summon abilities are immensely underpowered. I agree with all of those. Then, just to give you an example for the summoning, there are quite a few SSs, but the mechanic of the summons are all very bad. For instance, the wolves don't attack unless you primary attack or gem does. The summoned bear stays only for 20 seconds, and I don't even know what the orbiting flowers actually do. Well, I do know that the orc sage, and it is somewhat underwhelming, honestly. Or if they are talking about the tone armor or something else, I'm not sure. They're all ridiculous and don't even auto spawn back. Yeah, especially when you are in the transformation form. I believe they should be automatically applied, or there should be some way. But anyways, so moving forward, compared to Necro Summon build, Auto Skeleton, Auto Mages, and a Golem that stays up, they all attacks target. Yeah, definitely. I think Necromancer is far superior when it comes to controlling summon and giving you freedom to focus on your primary while your summons are doing their own shit. So Necromancer is far superior compared to this Druid class in my opinion. Wolves don't attack, bear needs to be summoned every 20 seconds, and the flower thing, yeah, well, good luck with those. And that is only talking about the summoning Druid capabilities. And it surprisingly has no comments here, but I'm going to leave this post up. And then moving forward, there was another post regarding the open letter concerning the Druid class. Let me switch the screen here so you guys can read as well. I'm not going to go through all the things, but the concerns are somewhat pretty much the same here about the class, and it is underwhelming. Damage is not there. The functionality is quite clunky between transformation and such. And then the community manager here has said thank you, and everybody else that has shared their thoughts on the Druid. I totally get where you're coming from, and while I can't share any detail yet, balanced talks have started up about the Druid. That doesn't necessarily mean that anything will necessarily happen, or what you're particularly raising will be addressed. And I hope you get that I'm being non committal, because I can't promise anything, but we're looking at the data talked taking your feedback, and we will be making decision based on both of these. So here is one, here is my 1 cent. Even if they make buffs to the Druid class, my answer is that the class is going to still slack a lot. It won't be as good as any other class, and the reason is limitation to the essences. There are just too little to try and make builds from. That is the biggest issue. Most of the essences from the shoulder area or the offhand, main hand pens are missing. So you could actually make a proper build, the kind of ideas you have in your mind. So the limitation is the biggest problem. So I would say, even though if they're going to buff the class, that they might look good for now, but in the longer run, hold on, I'm receiving a call here. Sec. All right, I'm back. I had to receive a call there. But anyway, yeah, the limitation is there about the SSS, and I do believe that the Druid is going to get better, but we will have to wait for the newer essences to go live, and hopefully they will bring more diversity. And while we wait for the newer SSs, the buffs might help players to stick with the class. Otherwise, everyone or most of the players are just going to ditch it, or they already have done so. So these are my opinion. Buff is not enough as of now because versatility is not there at all, and that just killed the fun in my opinion. But definitely for the newer players who would like to jump into Diablo Immortal, they won't feel this issue because they're new. It will help them get into the game. So maybe that is what the entire plan was from the Blizzard side, to bring in the newer players, make them play Druid, and while they get used to the new essences, builds, and the game functions and activities itself, then they could explore other classes that have so many builds option and essences. That is at least my thoughts there. But Druid is lacking. It is lacking really bad right now, and honestly, it almost made me not to play Diablo a lot. From this past week, and I was kind of suffering. I wanted to go back to Demon Hunter or try something else out because it was suffocating for me, that not able to see the options to make out builds that actually suit my playstyle. So that's just me. It isn't going to help, in my opinion. That is the real, on my honest opinion, there, buffs aren't enough. We need more versatility, new assets. So yeah, definitely the Druid is going to take like 2-3 next difficulties with the SSS to get better. And while that happens, buffs might bring people attention back to the class. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, take care, have fun, and bye guys.